Hey, my true seekers, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys can hear me real good. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my live. I see that the doll, she's in here. Good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing? Glad you are in here. Yes, indeed. As you can see by the title, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can touch a little bit on Martell Holt, where he had launched, his new wine called INEST, which he had named it after his late grandmother, which, that was a good thing, that he did that, just to show you that he's family art. And I'm not here to go ahead and beat up on no one, guys. I'm just here to sit there and just, you know, speak my truth, because like I said, it is what it is. He's not the first, and he's not the last, but congratulations to him. We're not going to hold no one while they already down. It's time for us to go ahead and move on. So what I'm gonna do is just show a little bit that had happened at his event, which most likely you guys probably saw it already, but oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and give my commentary about it since I'm still figuring out, how to use Instagram on my live. So, guys, if you can hear me, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, please. So, yeah, I'm go ahead and just touch a little bit on this right here. As you can see, it looked like he had a great time. From what we see right here, it says love and support is unreal. I want to say thanks. I want to say thank you to each and every person that showed up to the wine testing event. The support really makes me know I'm heading in the right direction. This legacy will go forward as a tribute to my late grandmother, Inez, whose name will forever live on. Love you, grandmother. Let's make history. And like I said, I'm all for when it comes to especially our people, starting their own business, black on, that's very nice. And you can see that he's having a really good time. And not only that, like I said, he's starting his own business, and this business right here is a legacy that's going to pass down, to his children, So whatever happened in the past, it is the past. And that right there, I think, yeah, that's his grandmother right there. And yeah, that looked like his brother because that's the one they had showed on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. And this is his mom. And his mom, she's very proud of him. She's going to stand by her son no matter what, Miss Marlene. Yes. And that's good, even though Martell does not drink. That's what's surprising about me. But I guess his mom, she drank enough for him, because she loved her wine. Let me go ahead and see what they say right here. I hope you guys can hear me, man, because I'm not going to talk too loud because I don't put so much stress on my voice as is. But right here it says the love and support is unreal. I want to say thank you to each and every person that showed up to the wine tasting event. The support was really, making me know that I'm heading in the right direction, which I just read that right here. I read that already. Let me see who this is. Let me see who he is. I don't know who he is, but I know Carlos King, had congratulated him, as you can see right there. Yeah, he had a lot of support. I just wish that Mel would have came out because he did supported Mel, when she had her debut, when she had launched her new song. He was there, and also he took the kids to see her when they was down here in New Orleans at the Essence Fest. But she wanted to get pampered. She didn't want to come. But it's time for them to go ahead and just let it go because they still gonna be in each other life no matter what, because they children are very, small. And we all know when it comes to divorce, which I never been through a divorce, but you can imagine that it's not easy, because you're splitting up your home, especially when you have small kids. But at the end, the only ones that's gonna hurt the most, and that's the kids, if they don't sit there, and come out of their feelings and start thinking about the kids. That's how I look at it. But according to Melanie, she said that Martell, he is filing for full custody. And the only reason that I can think of he's doing that is because Mel, and her newfound fame, and being that Martell is from Huntsville, and that's a very, very small town, and those people are more structured, and that's what these people that's on Instagram, they don't see that, that these people come from a very small town, and they are laid back, they're not like the country folks. I mean, they're not like the city folks, with the fast life. And when it comes to, their kids, especially small kids, you want to make sure that your children is not bounced around. And Mattel, he have at least 3 kids that's old enough to speak for themselves. And I'm quite sure, if they would have a problem, they would let their parents know what's going on. So you notice when Mel had came on someone's platform, I think it was the Shed Room or whomever, which I'm not going to play that video because I know you guys already had saw it already. But she didn't say how, no one asked her how the kids felt about it, because most likely the kids, can you guys hear me? Let me see if you guys can hear me. Yeah, yeah, you can hear me. But the kids didn't say anything. She didn't mention about the kids saying anything. So, most likely the reason why Martell is going after full custody for the kids is because hold on, guys, it's saying that is, oh my gosh. I'm gonna go out and come back in. Sorry about that, guys. I'm having internet problems. I guess because the weather is kind of bad out there. But you don't hear too much about they saying how the kids feel about it, which their kids, I think they have 3 that's, yeah, really old enough to, you know at least say how they feel. And Mel, when she came on the Shed Room, and she talked about it, she didn't mention the kids at all. And most likely, and like I say, we all looking from the outside in, that the only reason why Martell is going for full custody is because, Melanie, she's out there on the road, and I guess he feel like, like I said, I don't know if you guys had heard me or not. Most likely he don't want his kids to be bounced around, because you know how he feels when he had mentioned it on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. He don't want his kids in Atlanta around certain people, especially he even came out saying, the brother, which he said he loved Mel's brother, but it's a certain way that he wants to raise his kids. And as a father, it's his rights. And a lot of people, they got so much to say, but most of these people that's saying a lot, they don't know how it is, in a relationship. Most of them that's talking probably be bitter, or they never been married in their life, because being married is not easy. And but the thing about it is that these two, Melanie and Martell, they are divorced now. So now they can go out and have whomever they want, they can be with whomever they want, even though they co-parenting. But it's both of them, they have to make the decision what is right for the kids. And if Martell is taking Melanie to court for full custody, I don't think that he's taking her to court because now, he's worrying about child support payment. No, the man loves his kids. So when you say stuff like that, to me, that's being selfish. This man have very small kids, and for him wanting to take on all that responsibility so Mel can go out there and, as she said, she want to go ahead and, go out there and sing or whatever she wants to do, then go out there. But that's her dream. She wants to follow her dream. And, you know, sometimes, you cannot drag your kids along with you, and you don't want, not in that lifestyle, because we know nothing good is in the entertainment industry, not these days, and you don't want your kids bouncing from place to place. So if he's willing to step in to make sure that his kids is in a stable place, then that's his decision because it's his kids. So for anyone to say he's only doing that because he's trying to get out of child support, I don't buy that at all, and it's time for us to go ahead and, let that go. Let these people live their life. Hi, Marie. Good morning. Yes, I'm here early this morning. Lisa girl. Hi, how you guys doing? Mel love her kids. She's not trying to lose her kids to those losers. And like I sit there and say, I'm not here to put my foot on no one, because, we looking from the outside in. And at the end of the day, they are on a reality show. They are on a show. And drama sells, so we never know what's going on. You don't know if they just doing all this just for a storyline. But whatever it is, just like I said, don't make no sense for each other, for them to just fight with each other. You're divorced now, move on, because just like I said earlier, at the end of the day, the only ones that's going to get hurt the most, and that's the kids. And you don't want your kids to go in and out of therapy, which I did hear that Melanie and Martell has said that the kids are going through therapy, because divorce is not easy. Because the children, it's going to affect the kids, especially when you have small kids. But you can't keep putting your foot on a person's neck. And I don't know if you guys are married or not, ever been in a relationship, but it's not easy. And when it comes to Martell cheating on Melanie, yes, he did. We know, because he have a child to sit there and, in the outcome of it. But it's time for people to move on now. You can't just keep beating a dead horse. And the thing about it is that Mel, she never once really said anything bad about their dad. So quite obvious, he's a good father. And if he's seeking full custody after the kids, maybe he sees something that we don't see. Because I'm pretty sure that the kids will speak up. But guys, you know how it is when you are in the entertainment industry. Half of that stuff you going into is very demonic. And you don't want your kids to be messed up in all that. And even though Melanie, she has started out late, but it's her dreams, and he want to make sure that she's happy. I don't know, but that's how I look at it. I try to sit there and look at it from the bigger picture. And yes, he did make a mistake, but it's over with now. It's time for them to get on with their life. So if they decide to film together, which it was told to me that Melanie and Martell gonna start filming with each other, then they should be able to bring in whoever they are dating on that show, and no one should get mad about it, because now they're divorced. Divorce means that it's over with between the two. The only time that they all should come together, and that's when it's for the kids. Other than that, they should be able to go their separate ways, unless they still have feelings. But if they have feelings, then they need to go ahead and talk about it. But usually when you are on a reality show, trust me, no way in the world that you're going to be able to work out your marriage, because you have 101 different opinions. Everybody now is in your business. And most likely that's why it would never work out. But you also have to see, if you watch that show, Love and Marriage in Huntsville, you have to see how it all began from the beginning. And from the beginning, it was said that Mel and Martell, they was not even together. Mel had her own apartment. They was co-parenting before they launched that show. And when Mel, whoever she had talked to that knew Carlos King, and she pitched that show to Carlos King, it was said that's when they all had got back together, because even her friends, the ones that's on Maurice and Tisha and all the rest of them, they say that they thought that it was coming on that show because it was all about Black entrepreneurs. Because even Marcel has said, he said that if he knew that it was about marriage, about, picking apart their marriage, he would have never participated in that. But he thought that when he came on that show, it was all about Black entrepreneurs. But then he should have realized, when you come on these type of reality shows, they going first thing they're gonna attack. They're gonna attack your marriage. That's why I always tell you guys that when it comes to these reality shows, it's nothing but a distraction. That's all it is. But even Carlos King, he had said that when Melanie had came out and blurted about Martell had cheated on the first season, he wasn't ready for that to come out yet. But I guess, she figured that she couldn't fake it no more. But still, of all, I believe that it all was a setup. The reason why she pitched that show, because she got on that show because maybe she wanted to tell a story how, Martell had went out and stepped out in his marriage. And that's why, what's her name, Ariane Curry, she has said that you guys don't know the entire story. Maybe when Melanie and Martell had separated, that's when Ariane and Martell had got closer, because they were separated. And once Melanie figured that, she was going back on that show and she wanted her relationship back, she went and grabbed her husband, because her husband still had feelings for her and he loved her and her children. But he still was attached. Now, I'm just saying that because we all have our opinion at the end of the day. Maybe he still was attached to Ariane, but he wanted his family back together. And that's why he maybe had left Ariane. Now, that's how I see it in the spirit now, guys, and what I see on the television. And when he left Ariane to get back with his family, and they all decide to pitch that show, Martell, he thought that their family was back together. Because if you saying that you're going to forgive a person you're going to have to forgive that person. You can't keep holding on. Either you're going to, if you feel like you cannot let go, then it doesn't make no sense for you guys to, get back together. So that's the way that I see it. I see it that when they was launching that, coming back on that show to start that reality show, Melanie, she grabbed her husband back, left her apartment, and she moved back into her home. And right there, it left Ariane out there in the loop. And by them still having feelings for each other, them doors wasn't closed because Martell even said that. Martell said when he went back home to Melanie, he still had feelings for Ariane because that chapter was not shut. And by Melanie was sitting there throwing it in his face, then the forgiveness was not there. So quite obvious, if you throwing another woman in my face, the house is still messed up. The house is still upside down. And by them coming on the reality show, it just made it worse. So instead of now we keep beating this dead horse, it's either for them to sit there and just get on with their life. And if Martell and Ariane Curry is getting back together, then they should just go ahead and get together and she should be a part of that show. But if they're not planning on getting together, then he need to stop sitting there giving her mixed signals and just tell her, get on with her life. Because I watched a video, guys, last night where she went out, and she enjoyed herself with her friends, let her hair down. She even looked nice, very nice. But you can see she's very, very thin. And that's playing a toll on her and her children. So if you don't want this person, just let this person go. Because she even said that Martell is more of an old-fashioned type of person where he believed of the woman in the house. And she's sitting there, she's trying to do whatever she can so she can get, maybe have a relationship, a family with Martell. But if Martell just only sitting there having you sitting in the house thinking that you guys going to get back together, then that's selfish. That's not right at all. Because what you're doing is you misleading her, and she's very beautiful. And when she started getting older, and I know about this, guys, ain't nobody can tell it better than the ones that already been through all this. I won't tell you nothing that I don't know myself. And I promise you, nothing good is going to come out of this. So it's best for Martell to go ahead and let Ariane go while she's still young. Because she gonna really hate him once she see that she's getting older and she wastes her life. And like I told you guys, we only looking from the outside in. We really don't know what's going on. And when Martell had all these pictures that went viral with him and Sheree, he said that, he was there because he was building her pool, and Funky Daniva, he came and he confirmed it that, Sheree, she's not his type. But he was taking selfie. He was taking pictures with her with his shirt off. Maybe because, like they said, it was hot down there, which it is hot in Atlanta. So he took his shirt off and she went there, and, good news, whether it's bad news, it's still news. And it went viral and we talking about it. But why would she want to come on and tell people that those two are together? But then again, Sheree, we already know she's messy anyway. So I don't know. But it's time for Martell, because he have to also realize that he have daughters of his own. And I don't think that Martell will want his daughters to go through, what he's putting other women through. So, if he's not thinking about getting back with his wife, well, his ex-wife, or not getting back with Ariane, he need to let both of them go, cut the ties, and you still can co-parent. But for him to ask for full custody of his kids is a reason why. And I don't think it's because he's trying to get out of child support. I don't see that. I think the reason why he want to have full custody of his kids is because he don't want his kids bouncing from place to place. And who want their kids, especially the oldest daughter, she's getting up in age now. He want to make sure that he be around his kids growing up. A good father will want that. Even the son, you want to make sure that your son, and he don't want his, why would his kids, when it's time for Melanie to have the kids, why should his kids be at her parents' house or her brother's house or her friend's house when they can be in their own bed when she's out there on the road? When it's her time, and I'm just saying allegedly, I'm just talking. Like I say, we all have our opinion. But when it's Melanie's time to have the kids, she may be booked for that night, for that day. So what's she gonna do? She gonna have to leave her kids to her mom's house, or to her brother's house, or to her friend's house. And Martell looking at all that. These kids can be at their home with their, in their own home. Come on, guys. Would you want your kids to be scattered everywhere? Just because Martell had made a stupid mistake? And most likely it was a mistake because he only got one child out there that we know of. You don't see that this man have 5 and 6 kids for different mamas. Only one child outside that we know of. But yet we nailing this man to the cross. Because we love drama. And I know you guys wants to put Melanie on this big old platform. You wants to sit there and raise her up because of all that she went through. I'm not saying that Martell is traveling, but I know that if he is traveling, I don't think that his time is more taken as much as Melanie, because Melanie, she got a lot of iron in the fire. Melanie has a lot of iron. Melanie wants to do a music. She want to launch this other stuff that she's doing. She's doing a lot of stuff. And it was very nice of Martell on the day that he had those kids to take his kids to the Essence Festival to see his mom, to see their mom. It was very nice of him to do that. He didn't have to do that. He's supporting her, whatever she's doing. When she had her first song come out, he was right there in the mix. Not too long ago, he was down here in New Orleans with his kids so they can see their mom. He was right there. But when he did the book deal, when he had those kids, when they was the author of their own books, when it was Melanie time, she didn't even bring the kids to their own book signing. And when Martell had his wine launch, she wasn't there. She was getting a massage. They showed her where she was getting a massage. Why she didn't come out there and support her ex-husband? Because first of all, whatever he's doing is for their family, her children, their children. And it's weeks when she don't have the kids. And I thought that they have equal custody. So, they split it up. So if it's his week and Melanie has some type of event that's going on, we already saw on camera that he would take the kids to support Melanie. But Melanie didn't do it. Melanie, even with the book signing, I don't see nobody made a big deal of that. These kids was authors of their own book, and it was a no-show because she felt like she needed to take her kids to go to a funeral. Now, what kids want to go to a funeral? Tell me what kids that you know wants to go around people that's mourning. Tell me right now, guys. Those kids could have been right there at that book signing. And even when Martell had launched his wine, Melanie should have been there because she's a part of the cast. Whatever thing that she got going on, I'm pretty sure that Martell will be there. And if he can drag his kids going to be there as well. So she should have been the bigger person and she should have been there. That's just to show you that Melanie is still bitter. Which I understand. You know, you can't tell nobody when to stop grieving, you know, because like having a divorce when you know that you have accomplished so much, that's like somebody done died, you know, when you split up. And you can't tell her when to get over it. But it's time for someone, if they're going to be a part of that show, it's time for someone to draw the line. You can't just say, okay, I'm divorced, and you still fighting with each other. So that's just to show you that you still have some type of feelings. I'm not a Martell fan, and I'm not a Melanie fan because, like I say, I don't know these people from a can of paint, Lisa. I don't know these people from a can of paint. All I'm just looking from the inside out, and I'm giving my opinion just like anybody else. And I can speak on it. And the reason why I can speak on it because I've been on both ends. And if you've never been on both ends, then you cannot say anything about it. I've been on both ends. And me and my husband still together. We've been married for 35 years. 35 years. And trust me, it's not easy at all. I have a testimony out of this world. And I've been on both sides. Both sides. And I didn't give up on my marriage. We weathered it out. We wrote it out. You don't know my testimony. You don't know my story. Hey, college. Maybe she has a reason why. Maybe she can't stand being wrong. Maybe she can't. Because she still have feelings for her husband. But that's when you as a grown adult have to make a decision and do what's best for the kids. It's no longer about you. It's about the kids. And it's not being on nobody's side. I chose to stay in my marriage. Some people can't do that. And my life was just like Melanie and Martell. Just like it. Me and my husband accomplished a lot of stuff. He had his business. I had my business. I was very, very young. Very, very young. A child. But like I said, we had accomplished so much. And even if I don't want the S, it could set in the front yard. You better pass it up. I'm talking about real life. I'm not talking about no reality show. And I could have been on a reality show. I got a friend right now was friends with Melanie. The same one that helped Melanie to contact Carlos King. You guys, you don't know. Melanie Huntsville, from where I'm at right now, all my family is from Alabama. My father is from Alabama. And Huntsville is very small. You guys looking from the outside in. And it's not about nobody's side, it's about the truth. I have nothing to sit there and lie about. I don't have nothing to sit there and say I'm on this person's side. No, I'm on team right. I'm gonna call it as it is. My story is not your story. My story is not for nobody until I feel like telling my story. But I could tell you right now, I've been on both sides. And at the long run, if they don't sit there and get it together, then only ones that's going to get hurt, and that's the kids. The kids are the ones that's going to be hurting at the end. But sometimes people look at your lifestyle and thinking that they wants to have the same lifestyle that you having. I'm pretty sure that Ariane, she saw Melanie's lifestyle. And she wanted to be a part of that. It happened to me. People, they thinking that just because you live in this way, you driving this, they figure that they want that. But I don't know how it worked on their end. I only know about my end. It's not easy. I don't forgive cheating in marriage. I will walk away in a heartbeat if I am loyal. So should be the man. There's no such thing as a mistake. It's a choice they made, in my opinion. Well, like I say, that's your opinion. But a lot of people, they'll let it go. They'll forgive, especially when they have accomplished so much. And not only that, they accomplish so much, is that they thinking about their kids. So, what one person would do, another person may not want to do, but you have to respect the decisions that they make. And from what we know, that Martell and Melanie, they decide to work it out. They was working their marriage out. They decided to come back together, knowing that Martell had went out and cheated on her. But they decided to come together and work it out. They separated. Melanie, she had her apartment. So they separated, but they decided to get back together. So if you decide to get back together, then that means that you may not forget, but you got to forgive. Now, by Martell went back out there because he did say during the pandemic, he went out there. So if he did it again, yes, that's grounds to sit there and let this Negro go. So Melanie was right to go ahead and divorce him, because they got together and they decided to come together, but then he went back out there. But then he said when he was home, he had to bath the kids. He had to come home and cook while she was sitting around or working or whatever she was doing. But he had to come from work and he had to do everything for the kids. Now that comes out of his mouth. And right there, he felt like he was being emasculated. Yes, we should always respect other people's choices. Yeah, you're right, love. And when he came home, he sat there and said he was bathing the kids. He said he bathed the kids till he felt like it was no longer that, he felt right bathing his own kids. So you could see that the man, like I say, he was a good man. He just made stupid mistakes. We all make stupid mistakes. But that's why you have divorces. So if you know you can't work with each other, you should just go ahead and divorce. But I think these days, right here, when it comes to these men, I don't agree to I would never agree to it, but they should put it in writing. Look, that, you know, well, I don't know about polygamous making it legal. I don't know. I guess if they make polygamous legal, make it legal, then I guess you won't have nobody out there cheating. I don't know, because I don't think no man can have take care of in the United States 2 and 3 women at the same time. That's very expensive. Just to have one woman along is very expensive. So just imagine having 2 and 3. You know, when it comes to polygamous, I don't agree to it. No way in the world. What you guys think about polygamous? Because, like I said, I really didn't know anything about polygamous until I started watching Nature Boy. And I didn't know a lot of people they was in polygamous relationships. But by watching, all the stuff that's dealing with Nature Boy, I got to study on polygamous. Back then, it was a lot. Yes, in Africa, they had polygamous family. They didn't call it polygamous back then, but they had a lot of people in Africa with so many different wives. And maybe, and that was a part of our culture, so, and the reason why they had so many wives back then in Africa, because they wanted to make sure that the women was taken care of. But I don't know, I couldn't do it. It's a no for me. It's a no for me too, because I don't. 2 women cannot live in the same house. Trust me. Shoot, when I go and visit my daughter, I can't wait to sit there and come back home. 2 women cannot stay in the same house. But different strokes for different folks. And that's how it was with we used to wonder was, how the women in carbonation, how they was able to, to come and get along, which we already know they wasn't getting along. Ain't no way in the world you could tell me you can put more than one women in the same house and they all gonna get along. Mm-mm. Because they all have, different mood swings. I know I couldn't do it, but like I said, it's over with. They are divorced, and now Martell, he wants to file for full custody. So we're gonna see how that's gonna play out. Why he's filing for full custody? What's the reason he's filing for full custody? Which I don't think is because he's trying to get out of child support. Now, I'm gonna rule that out right now, because I think he loves his kids more than he loves money. He probably give his life for his kids. So why, I don't know. There's just so many questions. And like I said, at the end of the day, is a show. Maybe they putting that out because they want us to tune in when they come back on air. I don't know. So guys, what you think? Let me know. I just felt led to go ahead and talk about that. But I can just imagine, it's not easy. And Melanie, she's out there pursuing her dreams. She wants to be a singer. She wants to have so many irons in the fire. And it takes a lot of her time. It takes a lot of your time. And I don't think even Melanie would love to see her kids on the road as much as she's on the road. I don't think Melanie will want to raise her kids like that. So, like I said, only thing that I can say is we looking from the outside in. It seems he wants to continue to hurt Mel. I don't know, Lisa. I don't know. I don't. My spirit doesn't see it like that. I see that he's thinking about the kids, and if he really wanted to hurt Mel, I don't think that when she have special events he would take the kids to go and see her. Now, I believe that he still loved his wife. Yes, he still loved his wife because they took their vows before God. Uh, They went before God and they took their vows. I believe that they still love their wives. It's just that, he went outside his marriage. But that's not until kingdom come, that's not the end of the world because he's not the first and he's not the last. So, and when they asked Mel about Martell and Sheree, Mel, she commented on it. She talked about it. She called him a dog. I wouldn't have said nothing about it. When they would have asked me a question about the viral video that had went out with Martell and Sheree, I would have told them, look, it's over between me and him. All we have now in common, and that's our kids. Whatever he do out there, he's a single man. I'm out of it. I'm getting on with my life. I'm doing my thing. That's what I would have done. I wouldn't have never comment on it. So that's just to show you that Mel still have some type of attachment with him as well. Lisa said that was his way in, and she was not seeing him or allowing him to see her. Sounds like a mess. I feel badly for the kids. In the end, they are the ones to suffer. Amen, college. And see, that's why I like my truth seekers. I really love my truth seekers because we get into the deep part of things and we try to stop looking at people and look at the truth and see the truth. And that's why when it comes to me, I don't jump on a bandwagon. I try to sit there and I try to see good in everyone. I don't jump on a bandwagon. I try to sit there and see the bigger picture, not just because somebody done got their feelings hurt. So, like I say, time is gonna tell how it's gonna play out. Time will tell, but it's time for the grown folks to get it right. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's only a show, and drama sells. But I wouldn't do it. Not me. Not if I know that all this right here is going to hurt my children, because their kids are getting up in age, and I know pretty sure that these kids knows how to turn on the internet and they see all this stuff. And the oldest girl, she's a daddy's girl. She love her dad. Those kids see all that and they have to go to school and seeing all this stuff that's going on. You have to take consideration what these kids are going through. And no one can go around and sit there and say that Martell is a deadbeat dad because he have his kids. He's not denying his kids. He love his kids and he love all of his kids. But he went out there and he slipped. He made a stupid mistake. And the reason why I call it a mistake, because he don't have kids all spread it out. It got people right now that have 4 and 5 kids for different moms. Now, to me, that's not a mistake. Now, come on, guys. One, and you never say what your man is doing. I remember when I was young, I sat there and say, who? Not me, not my man. You never say what your man is doing. Never. He did more than slip. He dove deep. I guess he did, Lisa. I guess he did. But the thing about it is that Mel and Martell, they got back together. Do you think that they would have most likely, they probably still would have been together if it wasn't on television? And that's how I look at it. They got back together. Why would they get back together knowing that you still going to hold that over each other? And why did Martell get back with Melanie knowing that he still had feelings for Ariane? And the only way that we can be able to figure it out if they all come together in therapy and let this black psychiatrist, this guy this therapist that they have on his show that look like he sat there and he helped every last one of them. He must be the only therapist out there in Huntsville. They all come together and see and squash it out, because I'm pretty sure that they could help many people that watch that show, because if somebody right now is going in or going through what they have been through. So everybody should just get together and talk about it. Talk about it to this therapist. I think she fought for a marriage 7 years. Come on now. Yeah, she fought for a marriage 7 years because she said, if I'm not mistaken, I think Tisha had said she's who that was, Tisha's mom. Mama Wanda has said she stayed in it for 5 years, knowing that Martell was still seeing Ariane. And she even called Ariane and Melanie as sister wives, like they knew about each other. And that's why I say they all should just come together and put the cards on the table. Let Ariane tell her story. Because maybe it got some women out there, Lisa. It got some women out there that know that their man is out there and they don't consider as cheating having another woman. And they settle with that. Long as nothing is not coming out of their home. You got women that does that. I wouldn't do it. And Ms. Wanda has said it. Ms. Wanda said that Melanie, she knew that Martell was still seeing Ariane. I work for the corporate world. I see how these men lie to their wives. If the wives only knew what their husbands are. Thank you. Absolutely. Keep living. Thank you. They do that all the time. Never ever say your man is not cheating. Never ever say it. And I'm here to tell you guys, never ever say that your man is cheating. He just didn't get caught. He just didn't get caught. But never ever say that your man is cheating. Never. I promise you. And it's not that he's a bad person. Yes, that those Abraham people, Abraham saying, let me put my glasses on. Yeah, those Alabama people, because they depend on their husband. That's why Mel get into her own bag. Yeah, because they are led back. Yeah. We was taught, especially, from Alabama, Louisiana, way back down here in the South, that, women, are very laid back than what city women are. We believe that, we gonna, take care of a man and make sure the house is taken care of, the kids. The man is the head of the house. Some people, they believe that. That's their background, that's their value, where they believe that the woman should, be in the house, or if she out there, she's working, but she's still home, should be tending to her kids. Some people believe in that. They believe in those principles. And the man, when he come home, he believed that he is the head of the house, which that's the way that it should be. I believe that the man should be the head of the house. Yeah, even though we living in 2022 now, yes, we are. But I believe that the man should be the head of the house. That's why we are in the predicament that we are in now. I never ever wants to be doing what a man do. And see, that's the way that they want us to believe, that we don't need a man. And soon the minute we say we don't need a man, God don't send us a man, we start looking like a man. Start doing what the man do, or on every pole, letting every man sit there and do whatever they want to us. And soon the minute the men going to somebody else, to white people, don't want to be with our own people, then we want to complain. And it's not saying that you're supposed to be submissive where you want to bow down to a man, but let a man be a man. Don't emasculate the black man, because once you start emasculating the black man, then you're going to have problems like that. Lisa said, yeah, that those Alabama people, because they depend on their husband. That's why Mel getting to her own bags. And that's absolutely true. But before Mel was getting her own bags, she was most likely, she was dependent on Martell, because they both were school teachers. And Martell was the one that decided that he didn't want to be a teacher no more. He went to his own business. He went in a lawnmower where he was out there cutting grass, him and his family, and he said he was doing good. So he the one was bringing in all the money. And then Melanie, being that she most likely, she had the brains, they put their heads together and built up their empire. And that's usually how the story is. And so in the minute they start building, then that's when somebody gonna act a fool and start going outside their marriage and tear the entire kingdom down. That's pretty much what happened. So I don't blame Melanie for being upset. I would be upset too. But I'm not going to continue letting them take my power away from me, especially when I have kids. And like I say, guys, I'm team right. But we also have to look at how the system is designed. The system is designed to split up families. It's designed to do that. And lots of women dying from cervix cancer, and that's absolutely true. But this is not just happening. This has been in the beginning. In the beginning, it happened to my sister. She thought her husband was perfect, and when he passed away, she found out he had a girlfriend of 4 years. Thank you. And we're gonna open a panel, guys, and we're gonna talk about this. Not today, but we all gonna come together. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff that I want to go ahead and talk about, but it's going to be a time where we're going to get together and we're going to talk more about it, because it's people, and we talking about real life people that's going through right now. This is not just a reality show. This is real life. People are going through this right now. I mean, and the hurting thing about it is when you have accomplished so much. And I know it's material stuff. I know it's material stuff. But you have accomplished so much just to sit there and just tear it all apart just because you can't keep your penis in your pants. So it's not about no sides at all no more, especially when you got kids involved in it. But just like I told you guys, it's not the end. It's not the end. Who said the road was going to be easy? Marriage is work. Marriage is work. And you have to see how all this stuff started. This is a generational curse. All this right here is a generational curse. They've been splitting black families from the beginning since we got here. This is not how it's supposed to be. See, we're looking at it through a European eyes, through the European eyes. This is not how it was supposed to be. I think women, we are more emotional. Men is not emotional as women are. You know, we are very emotional. Men do things and they don't think nothing else about it. But women, you know, we are so compassionate, we so emotional, and we keep those feelings, you know. And men, they figure they'll do something, you're supposed to get over it, or you know, it's not until the end. And so they don't look at it from the same view a woman look at it. But you also have to look at the whole entire picture. This is a generational curse. We can go way back during slavery, how they were splitting up families, taking the husbands out of the homes and bringing them into another home to have more children. We was treated like cattle. Remember, we was properties. So this is a generational curse. And you don't know how it was before slavery with our forefathers, before we came into slavery. We don't know how it was back then. They say the African men, most of them, they had plenty of women. Look at Tasha K had broke the story yesterday about this guy that Nene Leaks is with. Noni, what's his name? Yoni. His wife, and I would say allegedly, but what Tasha K has said, that his wife was with a very powerful man in Africa. I don't know what position he held, but he had plenty of women. And Yoni's wife, she was one of them. So them people was doing all that stuff in Africa. And that's why I say a lot of stuff, it trickles down. Marriage is a lot of work, and say sorry for things that are not our fault just to keep the peace. You know, and Lisa said we are past that now. You may be past that, but as you can see right now, some people is not past it. You can't tell nobody when to get over something. Just like you can't tell me to stop worrying about my reparation. I bet you're not going to say get over it when it's time for us to go out and get our reparation. I bet you're not going to say just get over it. That's the culture in Africa. And I am Africa. And that's part of my inheritance. And that's part of me. Africa is me. Remember, we didn't ask to come here. We didn't ask to come here. So you can't tell nobody to just get over it. But I bet you 5 out of 1, if Lisa, if you a black girl, I promise you, when it's time for you to get that reparation, I bet you ain't gonna say something like that. Well, I apologize. Break it down. Let me know, because like I hear, we are here to reason together. And it's not about Martell and Melanie and what they're going through. We talking to the massive. We're not talking about, just because you see me talking about Melanie and Martell, I'm talking about the massive. I'm talking about my people. How we could come out of this and break this generational curse. And if God can take the foolish things of this world, just like these reality shows, and confound the wise, then let him do it. Because I told you all, when it comes to these reality shows, it's nothing but a distraction anyway. These reality shows, nothing but a distraction. But we could take bits and pieces and we can learn from it, what to do and what not to do. Not to sit there and take sides. How you going to learn when you taking sides? Two wrongs don't make it right. And we're not here to sit there and beat on these people. We don't know these people from a can of paint. But we're here to sit there and get to the truth. Because it's somebody right now that's going through this. And we cannot say all this stuff, this generation of curse, get over this generation of curse. No, I'm not going to get over this generation of curse. Because they took our history and overturned it. And we are now waking up. And a lot of stuff that's happening to our black man today is because of the curse, the generation curses. And it's time for us to break these generational curses. So we could be able to put the man back into his rightful position. Because yes, the man is the head. And the woman is the helpmate. And iron sharpen iron. We supposed to help each other. When my brother fall, I am to pick him up. When he see me fall, and I'm pretty sure that he's going to pick me up. It's time for us to stop demonizing our black man. They've been demonizing and hunting our black man down like sheep for the slaughter for so long. Trying to weaken the black man. Just because we don't see the bigger picture. So we can't get over this until they pay for what they've done to our people. So guys, don't have me to start coming on here preaching, because you know I am. But this stuff right here gets me very upset, makes me upset, especially how we try to emasculate the black man. Put him back on the throne where he belongs. Put the black man in his position. Good morning, Evangelist Van. Good afternoon, Lady D, by the show support. Thank you very much. He has to think with the right head, think real education themselves. That's it. And that's the teaching part. That's the teaching part. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm Evangelist and Lisa, whoever is talking to me. If you guys want to sit there and come on my panel, you're welcome to come on and we can talk about it. Because it's time for us to stop. It's time for us to wake up. He has to think with the right head. I think read education, re-educate themselves. True. And not just him. Our black men, period. Our black men, period. It's time for them for us to educate ourselves. It's time for us to wake up and get back into our right position and love on our queens. And it's time for us to support our kings. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. I mean, we are so confused right now. And that's what the devil trying to do. He's trying to confuse us. He wants us to sit there and break the black man down, put him in a skirt, sit there and make him looking like a beta male in order to be accepted. Because they are afraid of the alpha male. And that's why the minute when the alpha male go out there and make some dumb mistakes, we will hold them until kingdom come. We're not going to let them go. We're going to keep reminding them. confuse and confound. Yes. And we have to stop it. The minute when we see our alpha male going out there and doing some stupid stuff, we want to put our foot on our brother's neck instead of sitting there raising him back up, dusting him off. But long as you out there doing this stupid stuff, what the world loves, we give them a pass. We give them a pass. We support stuff like that because the world loves its own. And this is the way that they are doing. Like I say, old master know exactly what he's doing. They are afraid of the black man. Why you think you don't see too many alpha black men on television? Guys, I was looking at news and seeing all these black men that are news reporters. They all look like beta men. You barely will see alpha men today, guys. Strong black men. It's time for us to wake up. And I'm not here to preach because, like I say, my throat hurting. My throat hurting. I've been coming on every day. Every day I've been coming on. But we can't keep putting our foot on the black man. It's time for us to raise him up. Because without the black man, it won't be you. It's just the fact that we are caught up in this European center. How a black man and a black woman should look. And the thing about it is that they know us better than we know ourselves. Hi, the doll. And like I say, in here, I'm not going to sugarcoat. Grown folks in here. In here, we eat meat. We team right. We truth seekers. We're not here to take nobody's side. Because we looking from the outside in. And just because you see me talking about these reality shows, that does not mean that I'm caught up in it. I believe that we can take the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. And what we see right now is the foolish things. But we can learn from it. Because you see, they think that when they put these reality shows on, most of the black reality shows is showing black families can't get along, dysfunctional black families. You ain't gonna see no positive stuff like this because people love drama. Drama sells. And that's why when they started this reality show that they are doing, it was supposed to be about black entrepreneurs. But the minute when they got them up there, they got them to tear up each other, fight with each other. And a lot of stuff that had happened, it was wrong. It was foul. Because I remember, and I'm not taking no sides, but I remember when Melanie brought up Tisa, and that might be Trisha or Tisa, because I don't really watch them shows. Tisa and Tisa and Marcel marriage up. She the one brought it up. Melanie brought it up. Talking about Marcel was cheating. Just because your marriage was falling apart, you don't bring nobody else's marriage on the show and talk about what's going on. Bringing that dirt into their face. Like I say, hurt people hurt people. It was not Melanie's business to talk about somebody else, what they are doing in their home, what their husband is doing. That's why I told you, when it comes to these reality shows, it's just there to just sit there and tear up Black families. And the thing about it is that we believe all this stuff that's going on. They want to feed us this because that's what they figure Black people is, dysfunctional. It's only a distraction, guys. But look, if you want to know about all these people that starting these reality shows, look behind the scene. Look at the real puppet masters. Most of them, like I said there and say, with perversion spirits. We don't own, and some of this stuff we don't even own. They telling our story. These people telling our story, ruining Black families. Yes, you're right, Evangelist. Misery loves company. But see, we don't see stuff like this. The first thing we wants to be a mob. Let's help him. Oh yeah, he went out there. He stepped out on his marriage. Let's crucify him. Let's nail him to the cross. Like I told you, the system is not broken. The system is designed the way that it's supposed to. Exactly this way it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. But that's where we have to be the bigger person and figure out, why is it attacked on the Black man? Why is the Black man going out there and just giving into him, making stupid decisions, feeding into all this? Why? And that's where the woman, she's the helpmate. That's where the woman, she's the backbone. She should stand up and fight for her man. Because I promise you, their children is looking at that. And like I say, it's just a generational curse. But who is willing to draw the line and say enough is enough? Who is willing to sit there and get the families, the Black families, back in their position the way that it was ordained to do, ordained to be? Who is willing to step up to the plate instead of feeding into all this mess? Like I told you guys, when it comes to reality shows, it's just a distraction to stereotype the Black man. They have nothing good to say about Black people. Nothing. Angela Bassett, she could tell you about all this. All the good movies that she did never won an Oscar. Samuel Jackson, he'll tell you, long as we stereotyping each other, yes, they feeds into this. Lisa says some way they don't need to promote alcohol, but look what they doing on LMH, Marcel, and Martell. Nothing wrong with drinking alcohol, wine. Nothing wrong with us having a good time. We not no uncontained. What, how you say that? We not no animals. We could drink. Nothing wrong with drinking, as long as we drinking in moderation. I'd rather sell the alcohol than having them selling it if I can own it. Nothing wrong with drinking wine. I don't drink wine. It's not my I don't drink alcohol, but I drink wine. Jesus took water and turned it into wine. And if they can sit there and take the wine and start making it out of business, I'm all for it, because that's Black business. Go and support INEST. That's Black business. That's what happened when one sells their soul for power and fame. Yeah, they all sell their souls for power and fame. That's why when it comes to their children, someone got to stand up. Just because you want to go into the darkness, that don't mean I have to bring my children into the darkness, because the Bible say train up a child in a way that they should go. So just because we dysfunctional, that does not mean that our children have to be dysfunctional. We could break that generational curse. I know I did. When it came to my children, I know I did. My children are very successful. Both of them in the military. Doing very good. Beautiful homes. Beautiful children. Beautiful families. We can break that generational curse. But we have to be the bigger person to say enough is enough. Not with my family. Not with my family. Not with my people. Support Black businesses, guys. When you see your brother or your sister is doing good, support them. And I'm pretty sure that Martell, his late grandmother, she's very happy. She's smiling down in heaven, from heaven. Wherever she's at, she's smiling. I know one thing, I'm looking at his mom, she's very happy. And just because Martell does not drink, his mom, and I know his mom, she loved it. She loved the wine. You know, support Black families, guys. You know, it's just that, it's time for us to sit there and get it right. Make it right with each other. Love on each other. Support each other. Stop hating on each other, because that's exactly what they want us to do. They want us to hate on each other. They want us to fight. They want division. They don't want to see us together, because they know when we come together, there's power. And that's taking out their pockets. And that's something that they don't want. They don't want it. But like I say, nobody mad but the devil. Nobody mad but the devil. But that's what I had wanted to come on and talk about, which I will be, I might come on tonight again around about 7 o'clock, because usually that's when I do my show, around 7 to 8, and see how it goes from there. But I try to at least put in a few hours so I can go ahead and get my hours. So guys, make sure you share these videos and hit like, comment for more unapologetic content, because like in here, trust me, you're going to get the truth, whether you're ready or not. No watered down commentary over here, trust me. But let me see what else is going on out there. But some people, they just not ready for the truth. People wants to have tickled ears, want people to tell them what they want to hear. But like I say, not on here. Wrong one, babes. So let me see what's going on. Read some of the comments. Someone says congratulations. And Carlos King has said congratulations, Mr. Host. Yeah, I'm so glad for Black businesses. Do your thing. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Congratulations. I pray that God continue to bless you in every area of your life. Give your favor where favor is needed. Yes, indeed. You can't curse what God already done blessed. Don't matter what they have done. God is a forgiving God. All you have to do is repent and move on and learn from your mistakes. Very nice and warm in person. Love, so cool you. Somebody say, what's charade there? Messy people. So the uncle is back. He acts such a fool at the tasting because his name wasn't called out. M.H. Martell Holtz called on the guy that been there for him, and with him, it was tacky that way he acted. I know that I didn't like that part either. I hated when the uncle, that's him. Let me see what is that. Yeah, him right there. He acted the fool. Martell was telling him, "Look, you on camera. You know, just wait. Just because he didn't acknowledge who he thought should have been acknowledged that night, it's just that he was excited." And just like he said, it's going to be plenty of other times. Just look, he's there right now, and his mom is happy. Trust me, when he's blessed, you're going to be blessed as well. Just because you didn't think of it, he has the platform. So now that he has the platform, just give him time. Let's see what somebody said. They laughing. His salty blank wasn't gonna miss this one, no, because now he most likely he got his hands in the cookie jar. He gonna want to share because that's his grandmother as well. But like I say, it's Martell's vision. Congratulations. Hopefully, you will get back to real estate, home building as well. I think he's back in real estate, because they say that's where he was at Sheree House, was building the pool. So I wonder if he got his license. I guess he'll talk about that when the show airs again. Wishing you great success, Martell. Continue blessing King. Already now, Marty. This is awesome. This is a beautiful thing. Wishing you much, much success. Buying a bottle ASAP. I love seeing a picture of your grandmother. You should tell us more about her and why she was such an inspiration. Yeah, I would like to know why. Like I said, they didn't say, people want to hear stuff like this. People are tired of all that drama. They want to hear some positive stuff. People think that people is not going to tune in, unless they sat there ripping each other apart. But that's what the devil wants you to think. And that's how it is with my channel. Hey, like I say, everybody's not going to like what you talk about, but as long as you're speaking the truth. Congratulations, Martell. Wishing you all the best. Awesome, brother. Blessing. I see Unc up there smiling. Man, that's good. Yeah, he's smiling now because most likely Martell gave him a cut out of something. That's just to show you these people need to stop. And it always be your own family. The Bible talks about that. Your enemies is your own foes. The ones that's in your household. They do the most because they don't see the bigger picture. That's sad. Wondering why we can't get ahead. Bunch of crabs in the bucket. That's what I call them. Crabs in the bucket. All right, college. Have a great day, girl. I'm just here, just trolling on the internet until I figure out what I'm gonna do today. Hi, Ocean. How are you? Yeah, I'm just here, just passing time before I go to my sister's house today. Because I know I told you guys that her husband had passed. So just here talking about Martell. So how, girl, look, I haven't been seeing you in a while. Yeah, he passed yesterday. We stayed there, for a while. I'm gonna go there in a few. I told her I'll be there around about 5 o'clock. I'll go and check on her, but I've been calling her. She's doing good. She got a lot of friends and family that is there. Oh, you did? I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. What was the topic? Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and check it out. I didn't see it. Oh, okay. On Solar and Janae, what's her name? Natiri. Yeah, her real name is Janae. Janae. Yeah, girl. Them people don't even look like they're gonna be together anymore. They look like just like what I think is that Solar only got with her because he was carrying out what Nature Boy had told him to do. That's what I think. Because she don't even look like she's happy anymore. Hmm. Yep, she don't even look like she's happy anymore. So I guess that little honeymoon face is wearing out. He done got what he needed to get out of her. So I guess now, he's just being Solar. Because look like he's trying to be no, he don't like her. Not at all. He didn't want her. He just only did that. Yep, he only did that. But like I said, I don't blame nobody but her. And the only reason why I don't blame her because she keep getting herself into the same situation. She keep falling in the same trap. So when you keep falling in the same trap, then it's no longer other people, it's you. Not the way he's spending, but the thing about it is that who are the ones that's giving him that money? Who giving him that money? His enablers. That's who's giving him that money. Stop feeding him. You won't have those type of problems. They keep feeding him. Long as they keep feeding him. And the thing about it is that he's not doing right by the money. He's sitting there wasting it, going out there eating out, buying expensive stuff. He's not doing right by the money. So, like I said, I don't. I'm to be honest with you, Ocean. I am getting so sick of them people. I don't even really want to be blogging about them no more because they crazy. Hey, sorry about that. I had lost connection. Sorry about that, Ocean. I had lost connection. But like I said, when it comes to those people, these people, I don't know what to say about them. These people don't want to learn. They want to just still wallow in their mess. So long as they wallow in that mess, then that's something on them. Yeah, I had lost connection. Sorry about that. Yeah. Every time when I go on a page and then I try to come off, it look like I lose connection. He treats women like dirt. Ladies and especially mothers don't support this trash. He treats women like dirt. Ladies, who are you talking about, Soretta? Who are you talking about? Yeah, they say True. I heard that. I heard True did that. They say the reason why he did that is because this woman was stalking him. Some woman was stalking him, getting in front of his car and slowing him down, and was following him everywhere he goes. Now that's what I heard. They say some woman was stalking him. So I don't know. It's just that these people are messed up, girls. Can't play that. That's music. But that's Martell mom right there, Miss Marlene. And one thing we know that you can't touch his mom. I could tell you that. I mean, you can't touch her son. She loves her son, but what mother want? Mother love never ends. And you can tell when you got your good man because they're gonna love their mom. They're gonna treat their mom good. But like I say, some men they make stupid mistakes. But yeah, Miss Marlene. Like I said, I'm happy for black people, our people, when we get our own, do our own thing. Nothing better than having our own business because when you start your own business, you don't have to worry about nobody. Do your thing. Yeah. And that's this right here. That's what I was very disappointed when he did the books. He helped his kids write a book, and they was not there for their own book signing. Right there, they should have to put their feelings aside and just came together for the sake of the kids. And that's why at the end, the kids are the ones that always get hurt. But see, nobody talk about stuff like this. No, you always want to look at the bad side of things. You don't talk about how all this stuff is affecting the kids and what the kids are thinking about. Trust me, the kids, they have feelings as well. And whether their parents make it or not, it's still their kids. You know? You see, people don't look at stuff like this. And that's that I guess, yeah, that's his mom, his grandmother and his mom. He said happy birthday to those beautiful ladies. The pictures was taken 24 years ago when I threw my grandmother Inez and my mother a joint birthday party, which was probably the final joint party. I was 16 and my mom was 33. Inez is enjoying in heaven, but she has not been forgotten here on earth. April the 9th was my mom's birthday, and today is my grandmother's birthday. Today is definitely a celebration. He love his mom. His love, and you can see that they some good people. They some good people, and they raised a good son. Mhm. You know, That's very nice. So I guess they're gonna have a part two book. They're gonna have to get another book so they can go ahead and add the bonus child, their stepbrother, on there. 'Cause I think he would want to be a part of the book as well. What time it is? So guys, I'm gonna try to stay on here for at least about 50 more minutes, and after that, I'll go ahead and sign off because I'm trying to do at least 2 hours. Yeah, INEST. Someone said, I'm proud of you, King. Still hoping to get multiple bottles for this club. When will the wine be available? I think the wine is available after the he done launched it now. So I think it's on the website. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can check it out. Might sit there and see if I can give a review of what I think about the wine. Love it, love it, and uncle need a chill. You named it after your grandmother. Sell a lot to yourself. Your uncle is really, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. What all the man doing now is just like I say, he's moving forward. He's not looking back. And that's what many people need to do. People out here need to sit there and just let go and let God, move forward, and let them do their thing. Things happens in life. It's nothing that we can do about it, but just move on. We can't just keep beating a dead horse. Things happen. No marriage is perfect. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. Now, if you keep doing it over and over and you still in a relationship, then no, that's not a mistake. That person got a problem. And not only that person got a problem, you got a problem too from staying in that relationship. Because why would you want to be in a relationship when someone is disrespecting you? And not only that, all the stuff that's going on out there. And that's why I say, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and close it with. If Martell is stringing Ariane alone, then, he's wrong for it. Let her go. Let her get on with her life. And if they planning on getting together, then it's all right that she come up on that show. If he's a part of that show and you talking about family, then if she's your family and she have a child for you, then they all should be a part of that show, which it was told to me that they want the son on the show, that he could come on the show, but she can't. And she said that her son is not going to be on the show, which I don't blame her. If I can't be on the show, but my son is on the show, then, it doesn't make no sense because that's her child. You can't take the calf and don't take the cow with you. You got to take both of them. That's a part of his story. You can't sit there and omit that, take that out. I mean, just people just messed up, guys. Oh my God, Lord, these are your people. This is what he wrote. This is a wild. It says easy to get discouraged, and the easiest thing in the world to do is give up. What's not easy, however, is to remember that blank you going through will pass. Don't give up. And that's absolutely true. Everything is a time and a season, and whatever it is, however it look, it does not mean that it's going to stay there. It's only going to stay there if you keep wallowing in your mess. But once you pick yourself up and keep moving, trust me, you're going to be able to get over it, because I never ever saw a storm without seeing a rainbow. A rainbow, you just got to keep pushing. It's not over until God says it's over. This too shall pass. Keep it faith. I'm preaching to myself as well. But you know what? Blank makes us stronger to deal with the next chapter. And I believe that this right here is his next chapter. So ain't nobody mad but the devil. So get over it. Get over it, people. It's over with. Time to move on. Remember, this is a show. This is a reality show. These people are only giving you what you want to give. You think these people putting their entire life on this TV show? No. These people are sitting there getting on with their life. But people love drama. Don't ever give up. You on your way. Yes, indeed. Thank Martell. I need to hear this today. Wise words indeed. Yes, Martell, stay encouraged. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. The best is yet to come, and I believe the best is yet to come. All we have to do is stand still and don't keep wallowing in your mistakes. Just move on and learn from them. Now, that's what I call when people, can't learn from their mistakes. They want to keep harboring on it. No, move on. And as you can see, he's moving on. He's cleaning himself up, starting his own business, wine business, having his kids as authors. So you can't get nothing better than that. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. To me, that's positive. Amen. Keep pushing. The storm doesn't last. Keep your head up. Thank you, Martell. I need to hear that today. Amen. God will comfort, guide, and direct all of us. The best comfort is knowing God is right there with us. All you got this, Martell. And that's what we have to do, is just put God first. Put God first in everything that we do. And trust me, it's going to work out. Continue to be the best you can be. Wishing you all the success. Hang in there. God got you. Great advice. Hold your head up high. Joy come in the morning. Yes, Lord Jesus. Don't give up. And he didn't give up. And that's why he's here today, because this right here was 12 weeks ago. And he didn't give up. He kept pushing. See, we can't keep looking at our circumstances. We can't keep looking at our mistakes, Just got to get ourselves up and dust ourselves off. A lot of people, they feel that when a person make a mistake and a person fall, that they out for the count. No, it don't work like that, boo-boo. It doesn't work like that. The best thing you did was you got up, you didn't stay down. You got children that depended on you to make it. This too shall pass. Stay focused and never give up. Absolutely. Don't give up, because God is with you. And I'm the type of person that always goes for the underdog, as you can see. And I'm not team right. I'm not team Melanie and team Martell. I'm team right. But I do go for the underdogs. Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. I done did my little 2 hours. Like I said, I needed to do my little 2 hours. And I'm kind of liking my life. So what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start editing my videos. I'm not gonna edit them now. Maybe about next week I'm gonna start editing my videos and make it look more professional, like I used to do my videos. and do my intro, something like this, because I like this. And the reason why I like doing the live, because you can stay on for hours. But when you when you make videos, you're editing, and by the time you start cutting, you probably don't have nothing but like a 30-minute video. But this right here, at least I don't have to worry about any editing. So guys, I'm finna go ahead and leave. You all have a good day. Enjoy your day, and I'm out. I may come on tonight at 7 o'clock. Peace out.